Hello everyone, this is Abhinav from PhoneBunch, and today we are reviewing the Xolo A500L. The phone has a 4-inch WVGA display. At the top, the primary earpiece, some sensors, VGA camera. The capacitive buttons at the bottom do not light up, and there's the primary microphone. If we move over to the left of the device, you can see the volume rocker. It is quite sturdy. It doesn't make any clickety sounds, and you can also see the metallic looking trim that runs through the entire device, giving it a very premium appeal. If we move over to the back, you can see the back has a very glossy finish to it. You have the 3.2 MP camera, LED flash, Xolo branding right there. At the bottom, you have the loudspeaker. The back is definitely a fingerprint magnet. However, it does make the device easy to hold. On the right, you have the power lock and unlock button. At the bottom, a space to get the backer off right there. Let's move to the top of the device now. So you have the 3.5mm headphone jack right there and the micro USB data syncing and charging port next to it. At the bottom, it's absolutely nothing. It's flush with the surface with the metallic trim again. Now let's quickly move over to the back and we'll open the back cover to have a peek inside. It's a bit difficult to open sometimes. Alright, so the back cover is open. The back cover is not that flimsy, it's quite sturdy. And again, the glossy finish does give it a sort of a shimmer and a premium appeal when looking at the smartphone. And the shape makes it easy to hold as well. There's a 1500 mAh battery which powers the device. We'll just take that out. So you have two full-size SIM card slots. The first one, WCDMA, then GSM, and here's the microSD card slot. At the bottom, you have the loudspeaker. At the top, the 3.2 MP camera. Let's put the battery back in and we'll power on the device again. The build seems really strong. The back cover is quite solid and the device does feel a lot more premium than its asking price. Now we'll talk a bit more about the software. Now let's quickly jump into settings. About phone. So you can see the model number, it's the A500L and it's running Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and you have the option for software updates as well through Xolo's own servers. Now let's quickly jump into storage. So you can see that you can choose the default write disk between SD card and phone storage. Out of the 4 GB ROM, 1.46 GB is available to the system and 2.54 GB to the user. 1.27 GB is internal storage, while 1.24 GB is actually the phone storage. The best part about this is that apps and games are movable to the SD card. Now let's get into more settings. You can see in tethering that Wi-Fi hotspot, USB tethering as well as Bluetooth tethering is available on the phone. However, the phone does not support USB OTG. The rest of the options are quite basic, and they come with almost all Android smartphones nowadays. Now let's quickly jump into display. There are some settings there. You can change the theme of the device between mint, mocha, raspberry and the default blue. We'll change it to mocha. So you can see right there the color theme of the phone has changed. Then you also have the option of daydream, which is sort of like a screensaver for your smartphone. I'll just add that again. So you see a clock like that whenever your phone goes into standby mode. That's pretty much about settings. So this is the default launcher. It looks really stock. There is no customization done here. You can move around the different home screens. The app drawer too is quite stock. However, several of the apps, including all Google apps, come pre-installed. And always you can install more apps from the Google Play Store. You also get the Xolo Secure and Xolo Power apps, which are really handy. Now we'll quickly check how web browsing works on the system. We'll fire up Chrome and we'll open phonebunch.com. So you can see that our mobile website is opened up. It seems to have loaded completely. Scrolling is almost effortless on the system, right? You can see there. Now we'll quickly load up our desktop website. we found that multi-touch doesn't work properly if the phone is kept flat on a surface. Therefore, we have picked it up, and now you can see that pinch to zoom works great, and there is no issue while scrolling, and text is quite readable because the display is quite sharp. The color reproduction of the display does leave a little bit to be desired, but it's a good display nevertheless. You can see here that the text is quite readable too. Now let's start with the multimedia review. First off, these are the headsets that come with the device. These are in-ear style, have a 3.5 headphone jack and single button interface to end and receive calls. These are alright if you are into voice calls. However, if you want to listen to music on the device, we would recommend getting your own pair of headset, as these have a muffled tone to them and are really bass heavy sometimes. Now let's start the music playback. We'll play a song for you so that we can test out the loudspeaker. You can see that we are at full volume. The loudspeaker on the A500L is quite loud, but it's decidedly tinny in nature. There are almost no bass tones, and the treble is on the higher side. Although, even at full volume, it doesn't crackle even a little bit. You can hear for yourself that it's quite loud. So that's enough of music playback. Now I'll just show you the FM radio interface. I've plugged in the headset. You can see right there. We'll open the FM radio app. Let me just power FM radio on. Alright, so you can see it found the channel really quickly. And you have the option to search for channels. You can send it to speakerphone as well as record FM from right here. Just like that. FM radio reception was quite clear too. Now I'll play a local video for you. It's 720p at 30 frames per second. Let me just zoom in closer to have a better look. So you can see that there are no frame delays, there are no dropped frames, and the playback is absolutely smooth. Next up, we'll play a YouTube video for you. It's our unboxing of the Google Nexus 5. Here too you can see that there is no issue while playback, and we are playing in high quality mode right now.
Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from PhoneBench, and today we'll be unboxing the...
I'll just skip it a bit.
We have both the seals of...
Alright.
Let's have a look.
So you can see here too, there are no audio sync issues as well.
So you can see that's the LG Google Nexus 5 at the very top. We'll just keep that aside for the time being.
Well, that was a look at how streaming video works on the A500L. Moving on. Now let's talk a bit about the display of the device. The display is a bit deep set in. However, that does not cause any issues with touch sensitivity or response. I'll just change some wallpapers so that you can have a look at the color reproduction. The color reproduction seems to tend towards the cooler colors. Therefore, even warmer tones seem a bit cooler. The blues naturally are more brighter than other colors. However, for this price point, the color reproduction is absolutely acceptable, and the touch response is also really good. Now I'll just quickly jump into the camera interface. We have already uploaded the video samples as well as images. So it's a very basic camera interface. You have panorama shot, best shot. You have the different flash options right there, and you can change the camera from there. In settings, it's pretty basic. You have exposure, white balance, and scene modes. You can turn on or off face detection, self timer, and picture size. As you can see, is 3 megapixels. You can turn on the microphone in video settings as well. It's pretty basic camera interface. However, the phone can take 720p videos at a lower frame rate, but the flash is utterly useless. You can see that in our camera samples. Now let's talk a bit about performance. So we haven't seen any lag in our day-to-day usage as well. You can see right now too, there is no lag while moving through the app drawer or through the home screens. You can see everything works quite fluidly on the device. You can see our benchmarking review for a score comparison. We also played several games including FIFA 14, Dead Trigger 2, as well as Real Racing. You can see that as well in our gaming review. The gameplay was quite smooth. There were no frame drops or frame delays. Now let's talk a bit about network and call quality. You can see the default dialer and call logs right there. These are stock, no customization done. We had no issues with call quality, even with both SIM cards inserted. And the other person on the line was able to hear us quite clearly as well. Xolo has tried to provide an almost stock Android experience on the A500L, just like it is on the A500S as well. Google Apps do come pre-installed, and we have installed a plethora of apps ourselves. However, the performance did not degrade even a little bit. The phone easily lasts an entire day on a single charge. Now I'll just show you the brightness level that we are on right now. So you can see that the brightness is turned way down and still the display looks quite vibrant. At this price point, the A500L seems like a good bet. It has good build quality. It has some flair to it as well, especially with the glossy back cover and the metallic looking trim. The camera is a sort of a disappointment. However, the rest of the build as well as the hardware makes up for it. Well, that was the full review of the A500L. At present, there is a huge competition in this segment, including the Carbon A12 Plus. The Xolo A500L, however, does have a better build and a design flair which was missing in the A12 Plus. Well, that's enough for tonight. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.